And well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber, and I just hope this information is of value for you. I'll see you there.
In this video, we are going to check on lighting fixtures, so you'll know what we are looking for during this process, okay? So let me share with you a video. Here we go. And we are checking on these wall packs, okay? There is this system on the inside of the building that it's called a blue box. Let me just check real quick if I should have an image of this blue box that I'm talking to you about. So you'll have an idea of what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Let me share that real quick with you guys. Okay, do you see this blue box right here? This blue box operates the lighting fixtures by hour. It means that it's operated by an analog timer, which will be changing during summer and winter lighting seasons. So once this is programmed, it should be programmed by the electrician. You will have your lighting fixtures on the outside turning on, for example, at 6 a.m. I'm sorry, turning off, for example, from 6 a.m. through all the way to 6 p.m. Okay, and in summer, you will have your lighting fixtures turned off from 5 a.m. all the way through maybe even 8 a.m. It all depends on the zone that the project is in. We all know that it's different for everyone, okay, guys? So it is programmed that way with this box. Lighting fixtures will come on and off automatically according to this analog timing. So let me share with you guys the video where we are checking that it does actually work. And how do we do this? We know that we are not checking these fixtures at night. We do that. I don't have videos at night. We didn't have that visit this time, but at night we do check for sensors, that sensors are working correctly. And this is funny, guys. I know this is going to sound funny, but this is one of the things that we actually do, and we do it outside and we do it in the inside. It all depends on the project scope of work. So for example, if we usually do use sensors for LEED projects, okay, on the inside and on the outside. So what we do during these visits, we check on sensors that they're working correctly. And sometimes on warehouses, what you will be looking at, if you ever work on a warehouse, is that some of the lighting fixtures, if there is no movement, they will turn off automatically. And where the movement is going on, those lighting fixtures will be turned on, okay, automatically. And they will stay turned on if there is continuous movement. So what we would do to check on the sensors is have no movement on certain parts of the warehouse, certain areas, and we will have to run, like literally, guys, run to see how fast the sensor is detecting movement. Okay, we would have to jump, maybe we would have to, you know, just move in certain ways. And it sounds fun. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun doing this. I mean, you don't really sleep much when we do these types of verifications, because we usually work from early in the morning to check equipments and lighting systems and everything. But since we need to check on lighting systems at night, we have to stay overnight, okay, just to make sure that everything's functioning correctly. We also do check that all of the lights have the same temperature. And I will show you a picture in just a moment, so you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? So let's go ahead and check this video out. We are checking that the lighting system is working, okay? And it's working over here as well. Okay, those of you that know Spanish, now you can hear that. Yeah, they're turned on right. So what the electrician did right here was manually turned on the timer. He switched the timer so that this lighting will turn on. It was around, what was it? It was around 2 or 3 p.m. And well, of course, we weren't at night, but the electrician had to move the timer just for us to check that these lightings were working and that the blue box was working, okay? That's what we did on this project. So there we go, they're turned on. Okay, so that's how we checked that it was actually working. Why? Because it was moved and then it was moved back to its original schedule for the lighting to be turned on and off. And as you can see in the video, they turned off automatically once they were returned to their original schedule. Okay, guys? So let me share with you guys what I mean by searching for lighting temperature. I should have something around here somewhere. Let me just check it out. Okay. Okay, guys, here we go. Let me share this with you. This is a picture of an interior, a commercial interiors project. And one of the things that we check is that the lighting fixtures have the same temperature. And what I mean with this is that, for example, these all have the same color. They're not brighter or they're not warmer, okay? They're not colder or warmer. They're all the same temperature. So that's one of the things that we check. We also do check that none of the lightings are flickering or that they have any malfunction. So those are some things that we do check on every project, that the fixtures are working as they should be working. If there is anything that it's not working adequately, we put this in a report that I will be showing you later on, and we fix these problems, okay? I've had projects where a lighting is warmer than other. So all lightings need to be exactly the same, okay? They can't be warmer than other, they all have to be the same. And for example, here you can see the ducts of the HVAC system. As I was telling you guys before, the systems are different, as you can see here. And you should know this by, I mean, you have experience on design and maybe you have experience on other projects. So you do know that these systems are different and the CFMs are going to be different, and that when we do this type of verification, we do check at least a percentage of the systems. I mean, we don't check every single area, but we check around 70% of the system. So when the system is covered by sealing, it gets a little bit harder. And the way that we look for any malfunctions or anything that is obstructing the air is having the equipment to check on CFMs. If the CFMs are not the same CFMs that we are looking for, that we are expecting because of our design, everything that we do is check that what we have on site is the same thing that we have in our design, and the same thing that the client is looking for in its project, okay? So we verify that these things are the same, that they coincide, okay? So what we do here, when we do have a ceiling, in this case, we don't have a ceiling and it's all exposed. When we do have a ceiling, we do check CFMs. In this case, we do check as well, even if we do have everything exposed and we can see if there's anything wrong with the ducts. But for example, in one of the projects I worked in, we did have a ceiling and we didn't have the CFMs that we needed for the project that were designed for the project. The system wasn't giving us the total CFMs that we were looking for. So what we did, once we had various check-ins with the equipment that we use to check for CFMs, we realized that we needed to check what was going on with the ducts. So once we did that and we checked, we went inside and checked on the ceiling, we noticed that one of the ducts was obstructed. It was kind of, you know, like a little bit more compressed in a way that wouldn't let the air flow. So what they had to do is kind of, you know, like take that compression off the ducts so the air would be flowing as it should be. And that way we would have the CFMs according to design. So once we had that issue resolved, we did have the CFMs that we were looking for. So there's a lot and little details that we check for just to know and verify that the systems are working according to what we're looking for, according to the project's objective, to the client's requirements, and to the design. Okay, guys? So I just wanted to point that out. And here we're passing on to lighting. So that's what we're looking for in lighting. And let me just check real quick another video that I want to share with you guys. Here we go. Nivel bajo de. Okay. I turned it on before I shared it with you. Okay, here we go. Let me just, no. Okay, so here what they are doing is checking lighting levels with the dimmer, okay? That's what we are doing here. We're checking lighting levels according to the dimmer. We can't appreciate very, very well, but you can kind of see the difference between the lighting. So we do these kind of testing for lighting fixtures. We do the testing for mechanical systems. We do the testing with the electric panel boards. Let me just show you a panel board that we were looking at right now, just to tell you what we look for on these. Let me see, is this one? Yeah, okay, let me share this one with you. This is a different one from a different project. It's not a warehouse, it's a commercial interior. And look, do you see this panel board here? This is an automatic panel board, and this is used for optimization of lighting fixtures and contacts, okay? Electrical contacts. So what we have in this panel board right here, we check that the lighting fixtures have a schedule. For example, if office hours is from 8 in the morning to 6 p.m., sorry, then we check that this panel has that schedule, that timer. So after 6 p.m., all the lightings are shut and they cannot be turned on. And this is one of the things that helps projects save energy. It all depends on what the client is looking for. If the client tells us, okay, well, don't leave it until 6 p.m., because I do have people that stay until 8 p.m., then please just leave it a little bit, 2 hours more, have it turned off at 8 p.m. so we can save the rest of the hours on energy. So we do that. It all depends on the schedules of the client. It all depends on what they need and what they're looking for, okay? So in this case, this is the panel that we use. We connect at least 50% of the electrical contacts to this panel for commercial interiors. And this is required by the ASHRAE standard, ASHRAE 90.1, 2010 for LEED V4, okay? For LEED V3, which is a version before this one, it's ASHRAE 90.1, 2007. And for B4.1, it's ASHRAE 90.1, 2016 or latest. Okay, guys? So I just want you to know where all of this information comes from. If you look at the ASHRAE, that you will be having that information and these resources in your bonuses, which you're not going to see them until maybe this module or next module, you will be seeing that this is required. And it's all on interpreting what the standard says. Okay, so it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different type of information. It's different from what we see on the prerequisites and the credits that LEED, the rating system, is asking for. And you will see on the credit library on USGBC those requirements and everything. But some of the times, if you have checked these credits and prerequisites, and the easiest way to know this is go to the fundamental commissioning verification prerequisite for energy category, and you will see that they always tell you to that your guidance should be the ASHRAEs, and they don't give you much detail because that's why you need the ASHRAEs, because these are going to guide you through your design for your project, for energy savings, for HVAC systems, for thermal comfort systems and strategies. Okay, guys? So this information that I just gave you comes from the ASHRAE. This is what it asks for commercial interiors, even for residential. They do have exceptions, so you have to go through this information. You won't learn everything by heart. It's a lot of information. I mean, only the LEED reference guide is like this thick. Yeah, around this thick. Just the LEED reference guide. And the ASHRAEs have around 300 pages each. So it's, I mean, yeah, we are capable of a lot of stuff, but let's be real. I mean, we're not gonna know everything by heart. We always have to go back to the information that we have, to our standards, to our reference guides, to our manuals, to our local regulations, and everything that we need for these projects to comply with the LEED rating system and any other standard that it's needed for completion, okay? So this is the electric panel board that we use for automation. And this one, it's a regular electric panel board. And what we look for here, as you can see, this is a beautiful, beautiful panel board. I love these. They're all clean. Everything is just right, tight in there. How we call it in Spanish is peinado. It's like calmed with the comb. That's what we call it. So it's very neat. It's very, what we check is that these are very tight, that you pull them and they won't come off, okay? That they do have everything coated. And on the what would you call it? The, shoot, I forgot. But the thing that goes over, which is aluminum, it goes over and then you just, you know, close it. It should have a sheet where it tells you what what of each one of these work for, or what area of the office or the interior it's going to shut off, okay? It has to have the information for maintenance personnel. So that's what we look for in a panel board, you guys, okay? And that's that's the way we verify lighting fixtures and electrical installations. We do verify sensors, we verify that everything's working. We do open this panel board and check that it's working correctly, that the fixtures turn off, that the contacts turn off and you can't use them. We verify at least 70 to 90% of the areas to make sure that everything's working according to design, to requirements. Okay, guys? So this is it. I hope this information is helpful for you guys, okay? So any questions, any comments that you have, I'll gladly get back to you with information. So I hope these videos are fun, that this process is fun. I know it's a lot of information, but guys, I mean, it's part of it. So I'll see you guys next video. Bye.